Hello guys, what is up? Seago here. And today, guess what? The new WoW expansion was announced. And surprise, surprise, it is called World of Warcraft Legion. That's it, just Legion. Nothing else to it, not the Burning Legion or Return of the Legion or anything like that, just Legion. And we got a lot of news about the new expansion today. We're going to go over some of it and what I thought about it. Now, the features of the game, we're going to get a new continent, the Broken Isles. Every class, or I should say every spec, is going to get its own unique artifact weapon. We'll go over that more in a second. Class order halls, adventure to level 110, new dungeons and raids, a new honor system, and the last juicy bit of information we got was beta begins later this year. Now, when the conference started, we got a cinematic and a one of their feature trailers they always have for these kind of things, and I'll link both videos at the bottom below. I'm not going to show it on mine because I'll just have you go somewhere else to look at it, really. And wow, we just got so much information from this. So the story is, for this game, it goes back to the end of Warlords of Draenor, where Archimonde pushes Gul'dan into the portal. Archimonde actually pushed Gul'dan into the portal, which brought him back to our Azeroth to get ready the Burning Legion invasion of our Azeroth. Now, in order to get this invasion going, he went to the Tomb of Sargeras and opened this giant portal that lets all the Burning Legion dudes in. And somewhere in there, surprise, spoiler alert, Illidan's back. Gul'dan resurrects Illidan or something like that, and now Illidan is back. So that's pretty much where the story is going with all this. I kind of knew the Legion would be a big part of the next expansion because of the ending of Warlords, and they even said before Warlords came out that the ending of Warlords would bring us right into the next expansion, and that next expansion is a Burning Legion expansion. So I mean, really, no surprise there. So yeah, that's that, and I hope to be happy with that story. But who knows anymore, right? I mean, Warlords, the beginning of it was awesome, the story, and then it just kind of fell off. So many plot holes, a lot of questions unanswered. But yeah, we will see. So, typing right now. But that's the general story. A couple new islands, and that's all I'm going to go into for story, because I don't want to get too much into the story right now until we get some more information our way, because all of this could change. A lot of it could change. And I just don't want to get into it. Like, at the end they said Illyria and Turelion are coming back. And they've said that a couple times now, and it's never happened. So, we'll see. We'll see. I'm not sure. But I want to move on to the next big thing. They announced a new class, Demon Hunter. We're finally getting a Demon Hunter class, which is exciting. Now, it goes with all the things you would expect a Demon Hunter to have. These are the, of course, Illidan's Demon Hunters, the Demon Hunters he trained way back in Burning Crusade. These are, in fact, his versions of Demon Hunters. You know, they come with horns, tattoos. No horns as options. Their skin can be normal, scaly, different colors. You got the eye covers like Illidan had, and all of them are different. Some of them are Blood Elf themed. Another thing is only Blood Elves and Night Elves can be Demon Hunters. Now I know a lot of people are thinking right now, well, that's not right. Why can't all the other classes be? Well, that's because lore-wise, Illidan only trained elves. And I'm really glad they're sticking to the lore on this one. Because a lot of times with classes and race combos, they don't really stick to the lore, and I'm a huge lore nut, and I'm sad when things don't work out like that. But Demon Hunter is sticking to the lore, only elves, and let's face it, elves are the master race anyway. But a couple, you know, you start as a Demon Hunter, you start during Burning Crusade, like, you are there training with Illidan, and he sends you on a suicide mission to another world, and it's the world, I forget the name, but it's the world where Sargeras the Titan first captured all the demons and put them inside that planet when he was a good Titan. And when he became the Lord of the Burning Legion, he destroyed that planet and let all the demons out. So we go there and we don't know what happens, but later on we're like stuck in the prison of the Wardens, where Illidan was stuck in Warcraft 3, and it looks like he's stuck in again. But we're stuck there, and then it gets so bad out there that they need our help. We're demon hunters. We know how to deal with demons, so they let us out so we can help the Horde or Alliance fight the Burning Legion. And a couple others, only 2 specs, a tank and the DPS, which sounds about right, because they can't heal. Demon hunters aren't healing. It wouldn't really fit lore-wise, I would think. But we got a tank and DPS, no 3rd spec DPS. They talked about this, and it's like 1 spec is enough, and you know, I agree with them. I think 1 DPS spec is enough. Demon hunters get a double jump. That's right. Only class to get a double jump, hopefully. They explain this that demon hunters are more agile than other classes or race combos or whatever you want to say, so they can double jump. They get a spectral sight ability, which allows them to see through walls, which will be OP in PvP, I bet. And skills cost Fury or generate Fury. That's their resource bar. So that's pretty much all the information we got about demon hunters. I'm really interested in demon hunters. I don't know if I would main one yet or not. We'll see what they do with my other class, my shaman, if they change anything with that. I'm kind of hoping they do. Otherwise, if shamans stay the same, I might re-roll to demon hunter. Next thing I want to talk about is artifact weapons. Weapons of... These will all be weapons like our famous weapons, our great heroes once held these weapons. There are 36 artifact weapons for each spec. So Red Pally, Prot Pally, and Holy Pally will all have different weapons. They won't be the same. Like Red Pally will get Ashbringer. Everybody knows Ashbringer. It's a famous weapon. Tyrion holds it right now. Death Knights will pick up the pieces of Frostmourne and reforge it into like a pair of rune blades or something else. Now, one way they explain this, like for shamans, for example, they get Doomhammer, and the way they explain this is heroes will fall on the battlefield or they will lose hope. So what that probably means is some heroes will die, like Tyrion Fordragon might die, and that's how you go and you must reclaim the Ashbringer. Or Thrall might lose hope, because I don't see him dying. I don't think Blizzard will ever pull the gun on that one, but like, Thrall will lose hope, and he'll give a shaman an or Doomhammer. Only in-hands gets Doomhammer. That's the key on that one. But yeah, it's really cool how they explain this. Like, each artifact has a trait tree, and you can navigate. You can choose how you navigate through that tree. Like, say, oh, there's something up here that I want to start with first. Well, you choose that, then you can work your way down, or you could choose from the other side and work your way up. So you're not just confined to just like one spot. You can choose where you kind of want to go. And that adds a couple different weapons for a couple different classes. I'll link below on where you can find this information. But artifact weapons, these are something I really wanted in the game for a long time. A lot of other MMOs do this. I know Final Fantasy XIV did it with relic weapons. WildStar kind of does it in a way. EverQuest had epic weapons like that. Just a class weapon that's lore heavy, or even these are even class quests that are lore heavy and can delve more into your class, which I think is really cool. Another thing I forgot to mention was they're also customizable. So your Ashbringer, if you're a Red Pally, can look different than other people's Ashbringers. They have different variants, like a Shattered Ashbringer, the Corrupted Ashbringer, a fire ash breeder. It's really cool. Like I said, I'll post a link down below, and you can check them out for yourself. They got some pretty cool pictures up already. Next thing is class orders. Now this is interesting, and I'll try to explain the best as I can. Class orders are an order like the Silver Hand or the Earth Wardens. I think I got that name wrong, but it's an order for your class, and it's kind of like your Garrison 2.0. I know that's probably a bad way to say it, because with this, you're not the only one there. Other players from the game will be in that class order with you. They'll be running around in this building with you and having fun, just like any normal other place. You'll be the leader story-wise, like your own personal story. You will be the leader of this. They're a base of operations for your class, pretty much. You'll have your own champions, kind of like followers in Draenor, but you won't have a crap ton of them this time around. There'll be more, I would probably say probably 5. And they'll be like characters you know, like I believe the Paladin one, they get Lady Leandra. I saw her in there. And they'll be more integrated with the world. Like they can help you accomplish things, like you set them to do something, and they'll come back and say, hey, we found this cave, you should go check it out. So then you go check out the cave. So it's trying to get you out in the world more instead of just staying in a garrison all day like Warlords was. You know, you also get special quests in there, and you also work on your artifact weapon in there. So it's really cool. I think it will be a really cool feature if they can do it right. I think garrisons were kind of a test for something like this, and I think this time around they'll get it right. I hope so. Anyway, crossing fingers. Next thing is Dungeons and Raids. And Ian Hasekosa came out and said, hey look, we think dungeons are essential to the MMO experience, and there should be more of them with reason to do them for the entire expansion. So what that says to me is they want to focus on dungeons, they want to make sure they're relevant throughout the entire expansion, and they might want to make you go back to them and redo them. And I believe at the conference they announced 9 expansions. You had Eye of Ashara, Halls of Valor, Blackrock Hold, Violet Hold is back, Dalaran's back. I forgot to mention Dalaran is the main hub city for both Alliance and Horde. And you got the Vault of the Wardens, which is the Demon Hunter prison where Illidan was. And you have 2 raids. You have the Emerald Nightmare and Suramar Palace. Emerald Nightmare, you go get into the Emerald Dream and you fight back the Emerald Nightmare, which people have been asking for this for a long time. And guess what? It's finally happening. So if you were the one like, hey, I want to go deal with the Emerald Nightmare, well, now you can. Finally. The next one is Suramar Palace. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that wrong, but that one has 10 bosses. It's home to the Nightwell, a new elf race. And there we will finally face off against Gul'dan. Which, yeah, just one more orc to deal with, and hopefully no more orcs forever. Probably not, but hey. But yeah, that's pretty much what they explained for dungeons and raids. They didn't go into too much detail. They explained like 3 of the dungeons, and they gave some pictures. But yeah, that was all. I'm hoping to see more soon. BlizzCon is in a couple months, so we'll probably hear more at BlizzCon about the dungeons and raids. Last but not least is for you PvPers out there. I know you were neglected in Warlords, but in Legion you're getting a new honor system, a revamped honor system. Gear won't be playing much of a huge factor in PvP anymore. You're getting a PvP talent system, which those talents will only be able to use them in PvP. And you unlock more and more options as you go by leveling that talent system. And some of the spells they gave was like abolish magic, which dispels all magic every 2 seconds for 6 seconds. That replaces dispel magic. They got blood and soil. It's a shaman talent. It's kind of like bloodlust, but only works for you and one other person. They got mind quickness, which is like a add 15% haste. I'm not sure what class that was. Necrotic strike absorbs heals on the enemy target. And the last thing they talked about with this talent system is prestige ranks. So it kind of works like Call of Duty. You get to level 50, then you can prestige. And what prestige does, it awards you cosmetic rewards. This is like an extra perk, I would say. Like, you don't have to do this. Serious PvPers are like, no, I just want to stay where I am right now. But for the people who want these cosmetic rewards, they're like, yeah, these are cool. It's like a cosmetic for your artifact. I think it's a special mount and like a special badge for your uniframe that shows your rank. I believe is what they announced. But yeah, that's all I said about PvP. No new battlegrounds or arenas they announced, but they could announce those at a later date. So we'll see about that. Hopefully they do. I know, again, PvPers were left in the dust in Warlords. Ashran was not good at all. But hopefully they rectify it with this expansion. But yeah, that's all they showed for today. My thoughts are, I liked it. Story-wise, I think shows a lot of potential. I'm sure there's probably some plot holes in there that I'm not thinking about right now, which there's always some plot holes. You know, artifact weapons, I'm excited for. I want to wield Ashbringer, I want to wield Doomhammer, that's going to be fun. Class order halls, we'll have to see. I think it's either going to be really good or really bad at this point. But, I mean, we'll see. Adventure to level 110, which we all know, I think they're just going to keep raising the level cap till they end WoW. New dungeons and raids. Dungeons I'm excited for, especially if they come through with, hey, we're going to make all these dungeons relevant until the end of the expansion. New honor system I think would be good for you PvPers. I'm not much of a big PvP fan, but I hope it's good for you. And of course, raids. I forgot to mention raids. 2 new raids. First one will have 7 bosses, and the second one will have 10 bosses. Raids sound awesome. I'm excited for the raids. It'll be nice to get away from orc raids or green spikes everywhere raids. I'll just be glad that's over with. But yeah, that's all they announced. I'm excited. Beta later this year. I'm saying beta's coming out at BlizzCon, day of BlizzCon. They'll announce, hey, look, beta's out. Go play. But we'll see. We'll see. It's just a wait and see game because, you know, half these features might not come to the game. So we'll see in beta what's actually going to happen and what's not. I'm excited. I know Warlords was a letdown for a lot of people. I liked Warlords up until 6.1, and when they said 6.1 was a big content patch, I was sad. I was really sad. But I believe in Blizzard. I have faith. Put your faith in the light. Put your faith in Blizzard. Tell me what you think. Do you hope this expansion will be good, or are you one of those people that were like, no more WoW. WoW's dead. Go away, WoW. Just tell me what you think about the new expansion. Tell me what you want to see in the game. They could still add more features. Tell me what you want to see. Tell me, do you like the Demon Hunter? Just let me know what you think. Put this in the comments below. Like if you like this video. And until next time, guys, I will see you later. Peace.